Everyone is aware of the golden rule of Torah, V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. It's a klal gadol b'Torah. To love your fellow Yid is the general, most important rule in the entire Torah. Question is, it seems to be easier said than done. What does it mean to like someone else as you like yourself? It begs the question, why do we like ourselves so much? Do we not find faults in ourselves? The answer is that Al kol peshoyim techasa ahava, says the Ishbitzer. When a person loves themselves, even though they have faults, the faults get covered up, the faults get excused, forgiven, and what remains is loving ourselves despite our faults. So the Ishbitzer is suggesting that if we were to take that ability to look away and cover up other people's faults, we would be able to love them despite their faults. That's the simple concept that's being expressed by the Ishbitzer. There's an interesting Gemara, however, that gives us a little bit deeper insight into how you get to that ability to look away from other people's faults so that you could love them. And the Gemara there discusses, Daf Kufay and Ksubis, the Gemara discusses the idea of what's behind shoichad. What happens when you give a present to someone that makes him do your will? And the Gemara says that when a person is makabel something and he receives a present from someone, he receives money from someone, his das is connected to that person. And that das makes it as if he's one with that person. And if you're one with that person, there's another golden rule. Ve'ein odem roya chayvel atzmai. A person doesn't see their own faults. Now, this is slightly different than what the Ishbitzer is focusing on. It's sort of the other side of the coin, where the Ishbitzer is talking about because we love ourselves, we don't see our faults. The Gemara, in the name of Rav, is saying, Ein odem roya chayvel atzmai, even without that love being there initially, l'chayr, seemingly. It's just a rule. It's ein adam reyachayv l'atzmai. But because somebody has given you money, you become one with that person, and that's the meaning of the word sheichad, the Gemara says. Sheichad is broken up into two parts. Sheichad, shehu chad. He becomes one with that person. And with that, we have something positive to be able to help us become able to forgive other people's and look away from their fault. Because if you become a giving person, every time you give instead of take, you become a connector. You become someone that through your giving, you're becoming chad with that one person. If you're becoming chad with that person, just like you can't see chayv be'atzmecha, you won't be able to see chayv within because you are now one with that person. Isn't that amazing? And therefore, there is something positive for us to be able to do, not just to say, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, just love them. Well, how do I get to that love? The love is gotten through giving. When you become one with that person through the giving that you're doing, automatically, by default, you will not be able to judge that person on their faults, on their chesroinus, and then it'll be easier to begin loving that person, only seeing their milas, just as you only see your own milas.